Hey everyone, welcome to this week's video. I'm Shannon.larsen with eXp Realty in the greater Las Vegas area. And this week we're going to be jumping into the May 2022 Las Vegas real estate market update. Now, all the statistics and numbers were compiled from April of 2022. And also be sure to stay tuned for the end to get my final thoughts before we get into anything though. Make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you're always in the loop with the latest information. And without further ado, let's jump into all the numbers. All right, let's start off with single family residence resale. As you can see, the number of closings that we had for the month of April was 3,001 units. So that was down actually 8.3% from the prior month and down 14.9% from the prior year. Now, the median closing price keeps on inching up little by little, and that is at $475,000. That is actually up 3.3% from the prior month and up a whopping 26.7% from the prior year. So we're still seeing a lot of appreciation happening. I still think that you will continue to see appreciation happening, but at a smaller percentage. Let's get into, so sticking with single family residence, the number of new listings that we had was 3,667 units. That was actually up 4% from the prior month and just slightly down 0.9% from the prior year. Now, availability, excluding offers, was out 2,441 units. That was actually up 21.7% from the prior month and up 33.6% from the prior year. So that's great news. More inventory is coming to the market, which we do really need at this point. Now let's jump to the next slide here. Still sticking with single family residence, effective months of availability, we're only at 0.8 months of inventory. And this is actually up 32.7% from the prior month and up a whopping 57.1% from the prior year. So yes, this is great. More homes are available, but still, this is a very, very strong seller's market right now. So as soon as a lot of properties are hitting the market, they're just getting swooped up right away. Now, time on the market, 30 days or less. 87.2% of the closings were only on the market for 30 days or less. The prior month, this was at 82.8%, and for the prior year, this was at 81.5%. Now let's go ahead and jump into condos and townhomes. The number of closings that we had for April was 776 units, and this is actually down 16.8% from the prior month and down 24.2% from the prior year. And that median closing price still keeps inching up for condos and townhomes as well. And this is up to $275,000, up 1.9% from the prior month and up a whopping 35.8% from the prior year. So we're still seeing a lot of appreciation happening in the condo and townhome market. It is cooling off a little bit, but still climbing gradually. Now let's jump into the next slide here. Sticking with condos and townhomes, the number of new listings that we took on was 1,029 units. This was actually up 11.4% from the prior month and up 5.2% from the prior year. So this is good. New inventory is coming to the market little by little. Availability, only 508 units. And this was actually up 28.9% from the prior month and down 2.1% from the prior year. Now let's look at our last slide here for condos and townhomes, effective months of availability. So this is our inventory, only 0.7 months of availability. And this was actually up 55% from the prior month. So yes, we're seeing more condos and townhomes coming onto the market and being available. And this was up a whopping 29.2% from the prior year. So that's good news. Time on the market, 30 days or less, 91.1% of the closings were on the market 30 days or less. So yes, they are getting swapped up really, really quick, especially these condos and townhomes. And the prior month, this was at 88.5%. And for the prior year, this was at 76.7%. Home prices have shot up over the last 2 years, and one of the biggest complaints I'm seeing with potential buyers for single family residence, condos, and townhomes is that the pricing is fairly expensive because we're seeing that very high appreciation and prices continuing to rise. And yes, a lot of people are still buying homes and moving forward with their purchases. And I think that's a good idea because they're getting themselves set up and locked in to a fixed monthly rate, so they won't be subject to all the rising rental costs too that are happening. And according to the latest Gallup poll, 45% of American adults agreed that real estate is the number one long-term investment that you can make, compared to stocks being at 24%, gold being at 15%, savings/CDs being at 9%, bonds 4%, and other investments at 4%. So real estate is still at the top of the podium according to American adults. I hope this information brought a lot of value to you. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment down below, or go ahead and give me a call, text me, or email me. I always love to be your #1 resource here in the greater Las Vegas area. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.